the earliest musical memories for me was actually at school when they did did the little exercise books, and they'd go through like Bugsy Malone and all that. But there was this one book we did called Mississippi Mud, and it had like Summertime on there, Basin Street Blues, stuff like that, and I just like really fell in love with all that sort of stuff, and I wanted to play saxophone and all that because of it. But that's the earliest ones I can remember. Junior school. That's not bad.
Memory.
I don't really know, mate. I think like I can't remember like a specific that song. I kind of was lucky enough to grow up in quite a musical family, and so I've got like early memories of us all sitting around in like my living room back at home when all the family get together, and my uncle, like a couple of my uncles play guitar. My mum plays a bit of guitar as well, but he'd had this big songbook, and he'd just sit there playing loads of songs. We'd all sit around. All the parents would get drunk, and we'd just sit there like singing and being like kids. And, just to play loads of Beatles songs and like a couple of Lead Belly songs and some old like country stuff, and so that's kind of my earliest musical memories, really.
No, I remember actually. It was Lovely Day, Bill Withers. That was the first song I can remember, and I remember because it was when I was about 2 or 3 going somewhere with my mum in the car, and it used to be on the radio or on tape or something, I can't remember, but I always remember trying to sing, the bit when he goes lovely day and hold it, and I was obviously too little. I always used to try and sing that bit and hold it, and always failed.
Your blindness be your guide.
In terms of like songwriting for myself, I mean, like I said, I grew up with listening to stuff like the Beatles, and my mum was really into Motown, really into reggae, she played loads of Bob Marley and stuff like that. And like Crosby, Stills and Nash, and so like when when you get the bug for music when you're younger, that's the stuff that kind of got me into it, and then I just look through it, just try and find music, or like this kind of on the cusp of the days of Kazaa and Napster and all that sort of stuff. You can find loads of bootleg stuff and people playing live and all those sorts of things. So I found loads of random bits and pieces. And they're the people that really got me into music.
I kind of got told to do it when I was at university. I was always like a bit of a rocker, Rage Against the Machine, kind of jumping around, bassist, Flea Wannabe or something. Still maybe. But I kind of got told to play it, and then I sort of fell in love with the instrument and played it more and more, and got into the whole jazz thing. And I love it, except for the fact carrying it around is just so brutal all the time, and you get all these comments from everyone like, "Oh, excuse me, what is that?" and things, and it's quite nice, but it's a bit frustrating sometimes.
Obviously, our setup for obviously most of the people that won't know us is kind of, we've got a drum setup and percussion as well with like extra floor toms and like a big mounted kick drums. We've got a big drum setup, and obviously James playing electric and Cy plays bass. And I suppose we're in a like really, I suppose why we get on so well as musicians as well is because everybody's so, I love playing with these guys, and everyone's really good at their instruments. They bring so much to the table. So if I bring a song in, everybody brings a lot of character to it, and we sort of mould it and just take the dynamics to different places and stuff like that. So that's sort of the process. We'll come in and usually start with drums. I've spent ages on drums.
You spent so long on drums.
But then like Cy normally comes up with something pretty amazing pretty much straight away, and then like you like to take stuff back, and like really work at parts and
but it's hard as well because there's a lot of us in the band as well. It's very easy just to all be like playing and standing on each other's toes and that. So because Rich plays acoustic as well, and a lot of the time they're they're nice parts and they'll be finger picked and stuff like that. So my initial instinct would be like, oh yeah, this idea, but then it completely just overwhelms the track, and so I like to take it back and try and think of something that just sort of slips in every now and then, rather than play as much as I normally like to play.
You can be loveless and cold and live honestly.
Well, I probably could safely say that all of us would say go on the road. But it's really nice to be working in the studio and that sort of creative process and watching everything build up, kind of like musical Lego. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's there, and then oh wow, look what we've made. But by the time we've actually finished it, you're almost sick of them anyway. You don't actually want to hear the final product. Whereas, like us, do you know what I mean? Whereas to go on the road, it changes every night. Do you know what I mean? Different reaction to the crowd or different venue. But it's just wicked just to go and gig them. You know, it's way more fun, and I think that's where the songs sound best and sound more like us as well. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we've like really enjoyed every kind of producer that we work with, and we've got so much out of the experience with everyone. But we're still like, I think we're getting closer and closer to finding like to putting our sound on record. But so it's still like quite a process in the studio. You know, we work equally as hard in the studio in writing and arranging and on the road. I think it's just like James said, it's kind of easier for us. It's easier just to put yourself across live, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because this is what we are. Here's us, our instruments. This is what we do.
why do you think he'd be watching?
Possibly.
Rick Rubin. There's a few, isn't there? I mean, we've all got like favourite records, and I would love to work with this guy because look how good this record is. There's quite a few, isn't there, that we like, but I mean, obviously we're always going to look. We could look on the back of all of our records and we'd probably have 3 producers that are similar to each other. We'd be like, oh yeah, he did that as well. Oh, amazing! That's why we all like the same thing. So yeah, there's a few.
Really looking towards, obviously, without looking beyond this tour, we've got that to come. But like the album's going to be next after this EP. It'll be our second EP. So yeah, just again trying to find the right producer, trying to find the right place to work, and get the songs right, and then just get the album on the go.